anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the woman who led us all.
Andaran Artishan.
Anathara. I wish we could be meeting without our gods threatening to blight the world.
A blight that spreads wider with each passing heartbeat.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance maybe the people you've recruited, and about the people depending on you. I only sealed the breach because I had people like Cassandra, Leliana, and Cullen with me from the start. Without Dorian's magic and Josephine's diplomacy, we never would have come together to stop Corypheus. Years later, I had to turn the Inquisition over to Chantry control. But I never lost the friends who had gotten me through it all. Ultimately, they're the only ones you can really count on. Do right by them, and you'll find your way.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
I've been having trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength...
My political strength? Tevinter hates me. The Venatori helped make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette. We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solas's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the veil. To him. Somehow.
Solas is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the light house calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
Right now, Solas is giving us the information we need to track down the gods.
Yes, he is a vital source of information and advice, just as he was to the Inquisition before. He is the Dread Wolf. He led a rebellion that lasted centuries. How many alliances do you think he has made and broken?
Solas was important to me. If this statuette helps you understand him, if it uncovers something that... Honestly, I don't know. I wish I did. But this feels like a part of him. And whatever he and I once were, I think... I hope... it might help you.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Every time I think I've got a...
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because
All right.
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Is this about what your mother said on the beach?
No.
What'd she say?
Tasha's mother said that Tash acted more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
This isn't about the dress, is it?
No, it's... I don't know. She always says stuff like that. About how I dress, how I act.
And?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man. It feels... right. Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
If you don't want to talk about it anymore, we won't. But whatever this is, this team is here for you.
I still don't know what this is.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at, I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
Lucanus, where is he?
Demon! No further! Isn't standing up to them supposed to work?
Let Lucanus go! Don't make us hurt both of you!
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon! It's taking him over, he's trying to leave!
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
Lucanus! Wake up!
Ugh. What the?
You tried to walk through the Alluvion in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
Are you sure you're alright?
This could be better. It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
We do have magical experts here, you know. Once we put our heads together, we'll figure this out.
I already talked to Nev and Bellara. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Keep dreaming. It's good to have goals in life.
The real dream is getting him to take a nap. So what brings you by?
Just curious, really. Wondering what it's like being a Grey Warden. There've always been these legendary warriors living apart from the world.
Don't know about that. I spent time with people who were bad right up till they took their vow.
How so?
Weishaupt is the last stop for the wrong sort. If you're facing prison or worse, you can always join the Grey Wardens and take your chances with the Blight.
I've heard about Weishaupt. Never been there.
It's a giant fortress and home of the Grey Wardens. It's been standing for as long as anyone remembers. At least since the first Blight.
Does it have floating buildings like the lighthouse?
No, but things float up from the latrines.
Huh. Fun bunch you hang out with.
The wrong sort have their charm.
And just how, wrong are the wrong sort?
Thieves, brigands, pirates, and the odd murderer now.
Right up to the murdering.
At least now they're murdering Darkspawn.
Has your first warden always been, well...
A stubborn bastard?
One way of putting it?
He means well in his own way. He's old-fashioned. Tradition is everything. Keeps us disciplined. We never deviate from it.
He'll have to. Elganon and Gillenane won't play by his rules.
If he even believes in them. The man doesn't have much imagination. Even the right sort can be the wrong sort.
You don't seem the wrong sort.
No one's born a hero.
You're really selling it.
It gets better. When Darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger, then we swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise because of what we do.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past. But after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.
We all need that chance. Put past sins to right.
It makes the warden stronger to have people in our ranks who've lived in the shadows. When the storm comes, you don't want farmers and florists fighting archdemons. It takes the wrong sort to put the world right.
Kinda like us, I suppose.
Minus the skeleton butler.
I don't know. Manfred the Warden has a ring to it.
How about we quit while we're ahead? See you around.
I cannot say.
Really condescendingly, but... Could... Anaris. I know I've heard that name before.
Yeah, a forgotten. Unlike our so-called good gods, which, well... they...
Archive. Tell me about the Dreadwolf.
An ideologue and a fool who will soon pay the price. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris...
You've got a chance to learn more...
Right.
Good luck.
Appreciate.
You can't wait, we have.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood.
I believe we have...
Not just any memory.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods, well, mine and Davrin's, and Rook's.
There they are, the elven creators. You know how many Dalish legends I learned? Parables I was supposed to learn from. Kinda hard to take them seriously now that I've seen all the politics.
I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like...
But no worse, either. They were people.
All right.
Elgranon was hungry for power.
Then Solus, furious.
There's another moving part.
Mythal and Solus were close.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal. What did Elganon call him? Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did.
Solus would try to justify what he did.
Perhaps these murals are...
His regret. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus?
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. It'd be nice to get in...
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
As someone who has Solus talking in my dreams, I'm with Balara. I just can't see Solus carrying on a secret affair with Mythal.
Can't because you don't think he would? Or can't because you don't want to think about it while he's in your head?
Yes.
So the Dreadwolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting.
And he warns her about the other guy. That's more important than his rebellion.
Mythal didn't think... There's an old legend about...
I've heard that story too. The armor of the void, right?
Yes, Andrul, the goddess of the hunt, put on armor made of something called the Void, and it drove her mad.
And the other gods were worried because she was doing horrible things.
Sounds like an elven god twisted by the corruption of the Blight.
Right. And then Mythal turned into a dragon and fought Andrul in a huge battle.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away, then Andrul's madness left, and...
Intriguing. So it's possible
And when Andrul went mad,
Until someone started using it again.
Okay. Solus warns Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad.
How is the Blight their mistake?
So Mythal goes off to investigate what's...
Seems plenty messy with...
But this isn't just a memory. What's the crime?
I think when the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach...
What?
It was complicated. Nice!
Solus tried to do the right thing by warning Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. But he got her killed.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long. He never got to make it.
That's it?
Doesn't really tell us.
We know more than we did.
Then I guess we keep...
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growth.
We will your own.
So he locked the gods away and created a I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he...
It wasn't just to stop them. We've seen how bad Elganon and...
So he created the veil.
yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But what...
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of...
What do you think?
I've spent a lot of my time in the Veil Jumpers studying the remnants of the Elven Empire. I get why he did it. If I were there, I might have fought at his side against the gods. But accident or not, necessary or not, my people lost their world that day. That's never gonna be easy.
Yes, that. Exactly.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of them.
It's just... The Chant of Light said... But...
You're...
Did we?
The Maker was never my faith, Lace, but I'm sorry this is hard for you.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries.
But this was the one I grew up with.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing.
The Elven gods.
Doctrine is not the truth.
I recognize the sentiment.
My mother.
Ah. Questions of faith aside.
Looks like there are 3 more of these.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness.
What?
This is a...
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
This is... Are all elves spirits somehow? Am I a spirit?
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. You 3 are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass...
If we let it out. Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are...
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
And it led to attacks against elves?
Elves have enough trouble as it is.
We have to tell someone, though.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one would believe us.
Agreed. The more...
So, beyond the world-shaking...
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them. Solus didn't want to be...
Right. He only agreed...
Then that's his regret. He wished...
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was...
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
The Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first memory we saw, with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the Elves.
Lace, I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal.
Then he's got a war on his conscience.
Have you created what we...
With this, the proper ritual will sunder but you must. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, he passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation.
Lace, what my people did to yours, that's unforgivable.
You don't need to apologize.
Well, someone should.
Our leaders attacked the Titans for their lyrium. Then, when the war turned against the elves, our leader...
And when the war was over, no. Solus, Mythal, and Elgar...
To do such a thing?
No, it's worse than that. That isn't... Those severed dreams will be driven mad.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind.
The Song of Lyrium.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force. Instead, it's a caged animal.
If the Blight is the Titan's dreams, can we...
I'm afraid I have no idea.
You can't set it free before it's healed.
The Titans are a problem for later.
And then I want Solus.
Each of these memories has been...
Only one mural left to uncover.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that?
No. We knew Solus woke up in this world.
By killing the only other...
All that epic magic and godly power.
Every big mistake Solus made is tied to Mythal.
He sacrificed his morals.
When the other gods struck her down, he just...
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything...
And after all he's done...
All these mistakes are his fault. And hers too.
So?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happened...
Agreed. But he has a plan.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgarnon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Solus has caused a lot of damage, but he's not like... He's trying to repair the damage.
You don't think he'll turn?
No, he's totally gonna turn on us.
You have witnessed...
Almost.
And all...
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
Well met.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment.
Mythal?
The two gods have always... First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade. Then, when
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of...
Think upon it, Rook. When Yet she...
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine.
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
Mythal. Mirthad Virim. Elven las Althan.
Mana Lama. Altel Vara Mythad.
Well, I should honor you a little, I think, if you're really Mythal. What? That was like how Elganon and Gillinan can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deep... Tell me then.
Every decision he made, Solus thought he could save people. Stop things from getting worse. Now his only way forward is a plan so terrible his last friends had to stop it.
An unfortunate belief that all paths are closed but those one has already taken.
There might have been a better choice.
'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction. A belief that only he... Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyal... You may be in a...
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, when this...
All of that sounded great until survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all the fragment of Mythal that resides. This younger sister has not. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though
if she's just going to attack us, why tell...
A fragment of a god's essence, or against the Dreadwolf.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
There is one more thing, if I may. Something whispered not by myself, but Mythal. The elves have learned many of the glories and... Yet your people live in this world now as the old elves never could. Know it as they could not. There is your strength. 'Tis why you shall surpass what came before one day.
Did Mythal see this? Is it a prediction?
A hope. From a mother to her distant children, no less beloved than any before them.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole. Prevail, or be sundered completely.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was. Has to be her.
How should we do this, Rook? Do you think she'll talk to us?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never again expected to see my children in the Dreadwolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Have you come to seek the blessing of your god? Or did you come to ask your god to sacrifice herself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillenane have become?
I came